all year. What has been the one driving force of the team being able to play such good defense?
I mean, they're competitors. They want to win. They want to win their individual matchups. They want to get. They want to win the game, and they just really have an appetite for I wouldn't say perfection, but just completion.
How much is a commitment to playing good defense vital in being able to coach it into play?
I mean, it's everything. If you can get a team to commit on defense, you can get them to commit to anything that you want them to do, because defense is probably the hardest thing to get up for night in and night out, and this team does it.
Has there ever been has it been as easy, I guess, to get a team to buy in as this one has, or have you had challenges there in the past?
I wouldn't say. I mean, for the most part, the buy-in's been there. It's just the execution to be able to stay in plays and to compete. You know, like when some teams where we had good defenders, good defensive teams, it wasn't like everybody competed all the time on every possession. But this team seems to not want to let each other down. And now I think they're just mentally tougher than a lot of teams that we've had.
Are you seeing other players communicate at a higher level? I remember a month ago we were talking about Ty and Boston being very good in terms of communicating. Are you seeing some of the younger players buy into talking more on that side?
That's probably a little glitch in our defense where, I mean, if we're switching a whole lot, you know, like a young player, Bree and Zai, they're so used to locking in on their players that when it's time for us to just switch different combinations, they usually take a step towards their player when the switch should have happened a step or two before. But they're just competitive. They just want to, not allow their player to score. And when we've had to switch and change it up a little bit, there's somewhat of a, the little glitch in our defense.
What makes Bree feel a special defender?
Her competitiveness, her ability to lock into a player and want them to not score. I mean, she doesn't want them to score on her. And when you take pride in that, that's an incredible, intangible that's irreplaceable.
How much does her versatility play into that?
I mean, it's who your competitor. If you're a competitor, you don't really see size, you don't really see names. You just see wanting to complete the task.
Do you see a little bit of Asia Dozier in her, kind of that dirty work player willing to do anything and not necessarily have to score?
I think Asia Dozier is a fair, assessment of her. I think she's probably a lot more physical than Asia. Asia was really, really smart. Really smart. Bree will be that, I think Asia came in, she's been around a lot of basketball, got a parent who's a coach. Bree's got a parent that coaches as well. But Bree had to score a whole lot in high school and rebound and do everything for her team. For us, she eventually will get to that, but for right now, she's been, every bit of mentally tough, just competitor, just having the will to beat our opponent's best offensive player.
When did you get that confidence in her, or when did you realize that she could guard the best player on the other team night in and night out?
I didn't know how good she could be defensively until we asked her to do it, and once we asked her to do it, we saw her do different things, like she picks up the ball, like we asked her to pick up the ball, we asked her to do a lot of things, and when she just did it without any question, it just shows me. I told her today, her biggest separation is her mental strength. And I told her not to ever lose that, because that's her separated from, other great players.
You talked about the consistency you've had in the lineup, not having to make any changes. Are we reaching a point in the year? Have you ever had the same lineup for this long stretch of time?
Yeah, we usually keep, once we start a starting lineup, I like to keep that, just to keep everybody true to form and knowing when they're going to get in the basketball game. Fortunately, we haven't had any injuries to, for us not to change the lineup. So,
what are the benefits from that?
Consistency. When we've had our when we've been the most healthy, and I'll say that, we've been the most successful. So when we've not been able to start our starting lineup or have people come off the bench and play the normal rotations, that's when things gets a little muddy. But the benefit is everybody knows what they have to bring to the table, don't have to change their approach to the game. Although if we needed to change the lineup or something happened, I think we got people that's had enough experience to just seamlessly step into the lineup and do well.
So, go ahead. I know this team all season has been about focusing on the next game ahead, not really looking ahead to March. But at this point in the season, does that get maybe a little bit more difficult knowing you only have a couple of games before the SEC tournament rolls around?
No, I don't think for this team that they look ahead, not as far as our competition or the standings or anything like that. At this stage of the game, we're really trying to shield just externals, just people who will detract from what we're trying to do, whether that's people in their ear that say you need to play more, do more, bigger role. We want to make sure that our circle stays tight and nothing penetrates that. But as far as the record, the winning, the standings, we don't mention it. Actually, somebody just mentioned it today. Coach Boyer just mentioned it to the group today, and I'm just like, why? We just want to take care of Andy and then let the chips fall where they may.
Did Boyer have to run laps after that or shoot 100?
No, I got to get back to it. Y'all came in, and then I got to come over and do this.
So she's got us to thank.
I do. Coach, just on Twitter this morning, I see how you always engage with the fans and the fact that it's special that this place has 10,000 plus. I believe it's around 80, or you're searching for
80 would be tomorrow.
80 would be tomorrow. Just how much does that mean to you, considering where you started in your first year, when you had a few hundred in the stands, to now this is the preeminent place to play in college basketball in terms of attendance?
I've said it before. We couldn't have written a better script because it wasn't in the script that I wrote when I came here. It was just about making this place a national prominent program. But the fans really, they wrote the script as far as coming in and supporting. And I used to go to football games, 10, 12 years ago, and I see 80,000 people in there. Never would I would have imagined that this place is sold out, or we have over 10,000 fans here for 80 consecutive home games. That's a tribute to them and their ability to spend wisely and budget wisely, because we got people who come from near and far, and they budget their. I watch our fans on social media, like. They want to know the dates of our schedule next year so they can put in their time off. That's incredible for them to, spend their free time in this gym or traveling to support us. So, they'll always have a special place in my heart.
Coach, going back to what you were saying about keeping out the externals, last game you were talking about the younger players having to kind of deal with coming down off of a big win. Just how have you seen them kind of handle that moving forward?
They're tired mentally. The UConn game, there's no lie, was a draining game for us. So here we are stretching their mental stamina. When we come down this stretch of the season, it's all about what you're able to tell your mind to do. And if you can tell your mind to do what it's done, for 24, 25 games, it's going to do that. If you tell it that you're tired, it's going to shut down on you. So for us, is just making sure we're mentally engaged and making sure that we are just doing this, just doing our same disciplined preparation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank y'all.